like the only person who potentially a criminal is going to use you.
Oh, you're my hat? You're my hat?
That's because John took his hat, yeah.
Okay, so the gun. All right. So first off, right, there'll be people that'll say, well, he wouldn't put the gun on you, or I wouldn't put the gun on him because that's stupid, putting the gun on him. Right, but you're thinking logically. The criminal puts the gun on you for a few different reasons. So one of the reasons the criminal puts the gun on you is because he's afraid he's going to see me or some other police officer around. So he comes in and he's doing this. It's like, give me money, give me money. He's nervous because he doesn't want to get caught, right? The other thing is he likes to put the gun on you. Why?
Feels like power.
Yeah, it's power. It's putting it in you, pushing you, right? You feel the gun. It makes you more scared. You actually feel it. It's a physical, tangible thing. It's on you, right? Okay? So he puts the gun here, right? So my first instructor said you always go to the outside. And I hear a lot of other instructors say you always go to the outside. So my question always is, right, what happens when you can't go to the outside? Right? So the thing is you want to have techniques for both. Going to the inside, going to the outside. Okay? So we'll do two techniques to start, right? So I go to the outside and I do this, right? So the gun's going to go off. Maybe. Maybe the gun doesn't go off. What's a reason it might not go off?
It's not loaded.
It's not loaded. That's one reason.
Fake.
Fake, right? And criminals carry crappy guns, a lot of them, so they misfire. You'd be surprised. Like, we recovered guns where they had 22 ammo in a 38, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, again, they're not members of Mensa, okay? So they're not the brightest bulbs, all right? So, you know, they buy it, the guy says, oh yeah, this ammo will work with this gun, and the guy goes, well, okay, and he takes it, right? Okay, so, but we're going to assume that the gun is going to what? It's going to go bang. Now, you go to a range, you got your ears on, the gun goes bang, you say, oh, that's not that bad. Unless you've been next to a gun with no ear protection when it goes off, you can't comprehend how loud it is. Like your ears are going to be ringing, right? So keep in mind, right? So that's going to happen. Now, this is a semi-automatic, right? So I know when I go this way and it goes bang, what's going to happen? Going to eject the cartridge. Which general direction is the cartridge going to inject? So it's coming towards who? So here's what's going to happen, because Murphy's Law will be in full effect. So Christine, Laura, Nandita, Angie, they're wearing the low-cut dress that nice because they want to look nice. So where is that hot, mad hot piece of metal going to land? It's going to land right down your shirt, right? So you can't go, oh, because he's going to turn and shoot you. So in my case, it's going to land behind my glasses. And it's going to burn me over here, okay? So when we're in the police academy, the vents, remember the vents and the goggles? Yep. What do they tell you the first day to do?
Take them out.
Take the vents out. You got to take the vents out because it fogs up. Okay, and you're shooting, right? And the spent shell comes out, and where does it land, Steve? It lands right, perfect. Like you couldn't do this in a million years, but someone on that firing line, that spent shell case is landing right there. Now they're getting burned here, or they're getting burned here. Yeah, it's not terrible, but believe me, right? So, okay. So we understand now what's going on with the gun. Because I've seen a million people do gun techniques. Have you ever seen anybody explain what I just explained?
No.
When they do gun disarms?
I watch
Okay.
on Facebook. It never happens.
Never, right.
Never happens.
So the problem is you work the technique, and you get really good at it. And then that hot piece of shrapnel, metal, lands here and burns you, and you have no idea what happens. You react, right? But now I've told you what's going to happen, so that has to be in your mind all the time. Right, and it has to be that if that happens, the burn doesn't matter. The death grip here is what matters, okay? So we'll go out to the outside first. So we're going to go here, right? As we turn, I'm going to pivot my body and do this, right? The gun's going to go bang, the hot thing's going to hit me in the head, right? But I'm not going to ignore it. So as I do that, right? So in the beginning, again, if you're first working the technique, you haven't done it before, you're gonna do 1, 2, 3, right? But eventually you want it to be 1, right? Okay? So when I do 1, and this is why I picture bar. Why did I picture bar?
You have no idea what
He has
you're
no idea what I'm gonna do, right?
Yeah, I didn't know.
Surprise.
So here's the other thing. You may get shot. Okay, so you heard somebody say, oh gosh.
I know.
So, all right. Now, I don't know how many guys Dean has seen shot in Floral Park, right? Okay. Well, there's 3 of us in the room, 4 of us probably. Eric, you seen a bunch of guys get shot?
Yeah, one
Okay.
night, yeah.
Did they all die?
No.
Right. Right. So I said, he went, no, right? So this is the thing. Just because you're shot doesn't mean you're going to die. Okay? Plus, if you're shot, you still have what? You have a job to do. The job is to finish him. And if he shoots you, you know, you should really finish him. So what kind of force is he using?
Deadly.
Deadly physical force. What am I authorized to use against him?
Deadly.
Okay. So I do this technique, I drop Chabar down, he goes on the floor, I have the gun, he's laying there, I have the gun pointed at him, he's like this, don't shoot me, don't shoot me. I go, boom, 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 and I put 10 in him.
Muscle line.
It's probably not going to go well for you.
Oh, really?
You got a lot of
It went from being a reasonable situation to being an unreasonable situation. Okay, but now, he's on the floor, I take him, he's on the floor, right? And now I back off. I say, don't you move, don't you move. He gets up. He gets up, and I said, don't move, don't come near me, don't come near me. Now he attacks, bang, bang. Especially if you're a woman. You're 100% good. No jury is ever going to sit there and look at you and look at him and go, oh yeah, she should have shot him. They're going to be saying to themselves, she should have shot him. Okay? So understand the difference, because understanding the law in this situation is important. So you don't get yourself in trouble. All right? So he's got me here, right? And now I go this way. All right? Okay? So again, I didn't tell you what I was going to do. Now, you see how all these broke?
Yeah,
That's why they broke.
because the finger
Your finger broke the
gets
plastic.
caught, yeah.
Okay? So now if this was a real gun, it would break your finger.
Yeah.
Right? So now again, if I do this technique from the inside, where from here, I'm going this way. Now notice, I'm not doing this. The further I push away, the stronger I make him. Plus, it slows, right? I want to be here, be here. You see already? You see already? He doesn't like that, right? Right? Now, if I go here, his finger's in the trigger. If the gun goes off, well, it happens. All right? So from the outside, we'll break it down. It's 1, 2. The gun barrel has to go pointing towards who?
Yeah.
Whose finger's still on the trigger?
His.
And if he's pulling it as it's going bang, 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 oops, oh well, right? Now, he's shrugging, now you kick, trip, whatever, take him down. Once he's down, in training, the person on the floor never finishes with the gun in the hand. You stomp him, stomp him, stomp him. If the gun is in his hand, you stomp him until he's no longer a threat. That means he's unconscious, incapable of harming you, or dead. There's no other, right? Now I remove the gun, okay, in training, I step back, he gets up, we go again. The inside one, we're here. So from here, I'm here. So the initial move is the same, right? Here, right? So from here, this hand's going to come up here. And then I just grab, and I just rip the gun out of his hand. And his finger's in the trigger guard, and his finger's not going to like that. Okay? Now remember, we said the gun might be what?
I
What
feel
else?
like if you,
What else might it be?
um,
Fake. Okay? So you pull back, and now he comes at you, you go, wait a second, this is a rubber gun. Painted like a real gun. It's a fake gun. Okay, now you're in a fight. Now you gotta take him out. Okay? So remember, the fight's not over until he's incapacitated. Okay? So, could you beat him with a gun? Yeah, use it as club. Even if it's not your gun, what do you care? So the other thing is just so you know, right, when you do this, if I grab like this, if I wind up catching the gun, it'll be hot. But it doesn't matter. Burns you can deal with, right? One of the other things you do if you go to the outside and wind up doing this is you rip your hand straight to his center line. I would do that really fast.
Yeah.
Right? So I rip the hand straight to his center line and pull it out.
That was his knee on his thing.
Okay? So these are all things you guys can play around with, right? In a second. Same thing if I go here, I can go this way. Again, if he pulls the trigger, that's not my problem. Right? So again, if I grab here, his natural instinct is going to be to what? Pull the gun back. No. I grab you. Do you want me to hold the gun?
No.
No. So yank it out. Turn it right on you. Right? Okay. So again, I would rip it out.
Your case file?
Yeah, fine.
He signed a waiver. All right. There's guns here. The one is like plastic. The rubber ones. Be careful with the plastic one. You don't get hurt.